are you? Hold on one second. Hey there, guys. So click thumbs up if you're getting a feed. I'm just going to check on my other phone right here. Can probably hear my neighbors. Hold on, let me see. Hey guys, wave if you are getting any type of video from me. Can maybe hear my neighbors. Okay. So the microphone sounds a little scratchy. Let me do this. Testing. There we go. Okay. So guys, just for those of you who are just joining, thank you very much. And let me get my glasses on so I can read what's on the screen. Colin, how you doing, Colin? I hope you guys are all doing good, tuning in right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who are just joining me for the first time, my name is Cerise. And hold on one second. I should just leave these on for a second. Hey, Ramo, New York Queens, good afternoon. Keith Hanna, hola, how you doing? Really good to have you guys. So, I just wanted to talk about something that was brought to my attention a couple of times from a few people. Now, this story, this is going to be like a story time times 10, and it's going to maybe be brand new to some of you guys, and then some of you guys know. And I just want to start off by saying this is really none of my business. It has nothing to do with me at all. But because me being a vlogger, I have seen a few things go on in the last week and a half or so. And then at the same time, I have gotten messages from people who come to the Dominican Republic and video links. So, of course, me being a person that does relocation here in Sosua, I was like, let me look on a couple of these links. And I watched them. And I didn't say anything. I just sat back and I just watched things unfold. Then, all of a sudden, yesterday, it was brought to my attention that there were two videos freaking people out that are coming here. Two people. Let me get down to it. I'm going to say three vlogger names during this video. And I'm just going to shout out each one and just say what I feel. This is an American issue. It has nothing to do with Canadians. I'm Canadian, and it has nothing to do with the Dominican Republic. It just happened to spill over into the Dominican Republic. I will mention what the issue is in about maybe a few minutes. Give me a few minutes. First of all, I just want to address Sosua. One of the vloggers, and I'm just going to name out the people. There's three vloggers. There's China Mac. There's also End the Sentence. End the Sentence. And then also Ease the Crave. Ease the Crave. I think that's what it is. Ease the Crave. ETC. Zaya. So what I want to do is just say a few things first. I watched all three of them. All three of them have different points of like displaying what this whole situation is. But this is how it got spilled over. I'm probably confusing a lot of you guys. Just stay with me. So let's start with, first of all, China Mac. China Mac found out that there was a person that he was close to that was accused of doing something that just blew his mind. And he was like, no way. And he came out publicly on his channel and he said, no way, I don't want to have anything to do with this person. I'm just telling you all right now, whatever he's accused of, it's nothing to do with me and the people that were around him in any video, pretty much. And then a lot of people started to watch it because the Dominican Republic was mentioned a lot of times during comments and everything. Then all of a sudden, another video was suggested to me by someone named In the Sentence. Now, I watched his video on the same topic, and it was enlightening. It was factual, and it wasn't emotional. It was just something that he was reporting with papers. So now, and you will read the papers when you look at the video, End of Sentence is the name of the YouTube channel. So, China Mac, he was really just sticking up for what he felt was right. Let's go back to China Mac for a second. He was sticking up for what he thought was right. And he got himself into a situation where he probably wouldn't even want to be in the middle of. He was just like, yo, this is not me. I don't want to be connected with this person. That's all. And he has right to do that 100%, which I'll get more into when I progress more into the video. And then again, End of Sentence, very factual, very out there. And then we have Ease the Crave, and not a bad channel at all. None of these channels are bad. I really love them. They're advanced, they're doing what they're doing, and they are all very good vloggers, very good vloggers. And then, so now, Ease the Crave says that he wants papers, he wants proof of this situation against the allegations against this person who I will name soon. A lot of you guys already know the name, but I'm not trying to hold off, just trying to get to the certain space at the certain time. So now what happens is I'm watching his channel, but his channel was given to me yesterday by one person. The person sent me the video and they were like, check this out. And somebody from Sosua was named in it. And then I was like, wow, okay. Like, that has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with any of us. Then someone else contacted me and said, Cerise, please, I need you to do damage control. And I said, damage control over what? And he's like really serious. And this is a guy that is never serious. He's always joking, always playing jokes, just that type of fun guy, retiring here in Sosua, made his money. He can live, better than he would if he was in America. And so now finally, his mom just bought a property at Hispaniola just to walk to the beach. And she's 65 years old, just 15 years older than me. And 65-year-olds these days aren't old. And he said his mom looks hot. She's beautiful. She just wants to live near the beach. They got a really good deal on Hispaniola, which is a gated community. And then down the street from one of the important restaurants that they want to go to all the time. And he's like, but you know what? That person who owns that restaurant put out a video that is concerning my grandmother and my mother, because they both are going, his grandmother and his mother. They're both going, but his mother is going as well. And he knows that his mom's going to probably live a good life like I do here, and I'm going to get more into the ladies, but right now I'm just talking about the foreigners. And so he said to me, can you please contact my mom, tell her that she's safe. That guy in the restaurant, he was probably just had a couple of drinks, and the video's down right now. He's like, it's down. My mom tried to find it for me so I could watch it this morning, but it's down. And I was like, shoot. Wow. All right. So I contacted the mom, her and we shot the breeze. We were good. We were girls. We were cool. I told her, when you come, we'll sit down. We'll do karaoke. I asked her, I'm like, do you like bingo? I don't play bingo, but I know of a place that on Pedro Clisante, right where the girls go, which I'm going to get to in a second, also has a bingo place. So now, when it comes to speaking about Sosua is well on its way right now. Let me just put this on silent. Is well on its way right now to building up. like 7 years ago, there was a complaint against some underage girl, and that was dealt with. A little Haitian girl, and that's a whole other situation. When Haitians are coming here as well to lead a better life in the Dominican Republic, and there's different things that they fall victim to. But I don't want to speak about that on this video right now. It's not about that. But in any case, let me just try to keep track of what I was talking about. So, Sosua is a place right now where the president has named Sosua the first town ever considered a tourist town in the Dominican Republic. So, the Dominican Republic is not a third world country. It is actually something that is building up, and it is a building economy. There are girls here. There are, but it's not a pedal island. It's not. I invite you to come down here. Ease the crave. I do. You seem like a nice young person. Even though you're 41, to me, you look young and you have a certain essence about you. You know, you Jules, I'm only assuming this is your girlfriend, who's the mom of the two boys on your channel that you speak so fondly about. I'm only assuming that you guys are together and it was her birthday weekend and she was out and you were taking care of the boys, and you just seem like someone that has a lot of common sense. And to be on this topic, which I'm going to talk about more, and just give me a chance, guys, to be on this topic only on your channel, I think is your choice. You can roll it how you want to. But I see so much more for you. Your channel is built up. You have people giving you donations, $2. It's so-and-so blessed me with $2. So-and-so blessed me with, and it's continual. And the voice behind it is playful. And, you know, you just really have your platform going on. And I could see you doing reaction videos. I really could. Reaction videos you would be so good at. And people seem to love you no matter what topic you talk about. But you don't want to get captured up and cornered like an actor does, when an actor is really good at one topic and then all of a sudden, like at one character, and all of a sudden they're pigeonholed into that same type of character over and over. I'm not saying stop talking about this topic, but what I'm saying is do some reaction videos. Just on anything, not necessarily hood vlogs, because you already said yourself you're not into them. You don't find them interesting. And quite frankly, I think that it is a perpetuation of ignorance to be able to even have those. And we should be helping people, you know? So I would say maybe make your platform about men trying, and this is going to be a golden goose egg I'm giving you. So I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person telling you this, but you could, you know, react to different things, like men doing things overboard, or women treating women like men wrongly. You know, I'm not saying take it to the whole kings and queens topic, but what I'm saying is you have a lot of advantage because of your knowledge and the way you run your channel and the way you speak. You're very articulate, you know, and you just seem like you are on a good road right now. And you do want to continue with all the different topics. Pepper yourself with all the different topics. Keep going like that. There's a lot of people like Bailey Siren, I think it's called, Bailey Syrian. There's Kendall Ray. There's Christina Randall. I watch those. There's Mr. Ballin. You should watch Mr. Ballin. They're like the mysteries and stuff. You have that type of nature to you, which you could roll your channel so easily and just take in the millions, like honestly. But anyway, that's just my opinion. That's what I pick up from you. And that's why I think even coming to Sosua, you even mentioned in one of your videos yesterday that, you know, if you heard about Sosua earlier, you would have came too. You would have been here too. And I think you would have been, but it's never too late. You're only 41. You can come down here and do what a lot of us vloggers are doing. And because of your experience, you could probably really show a lot of videos that will show what the government is doing and what the president is in the midst of doing right now, investing 600 million, I think it's 300 million pesos or 600 million pesos into the beach alone. It is the #1 destination the Dominican Republic is in the Caribbean. And yes, I know I sound like a relocation specialist because I am, but that's not how I only want to come off. I know I'm probably going to go into a sales pitch every now and again, but I'm just saying I watched your channel and I think that you would be an asset here. I mean, gosh, people that were on your channel and they were responding to you, they seem to know the Dominican Republic as well. And I was like, gee, you have so many potential clients for relocation, and they all seem pretty cool. And there wasn't like a lot of back and forth. I'm from the hood in Canada anyway, so I am, I am used to hearing. Oh, that's nice and cold. I am used to hearing and seeing boys be boys. I really am. And these days, it's the keyboard warriors. You guys are all being tough on each other. But when you bring in the topic of Sosua, there's people here that are working, and we are really relying here on tourism. And if you have someone at some restaurant running it, he doesn't speak, they don't speak for the rest of us that are really working hard every single day to bring tourism here, to help people. I live in a community, a Dominican community. My electricity actually might go out, so if it does, the ring lamp is going to go out, but I'll just carry you guys out into the living room. But my electricity was going out today. I have a beautiful apartment. It was just built. I have air conditioning. I have modern furniture, everything you could ever ask for. And it is more economical. And I live right by the beach. And it is more economical than what I would pay in Toronto. And to be able to have the standard of living that I have here in Sosua is really amazing. And I want to bring people here. Even though I know it's going to boost the economy up and it's going to change things, it's still going to offer money and food for the families and the natives of the island. People who are working girls that may not have to work in the future. I know you said you promote that, and that's fantastic. That's fabulous, because guess what? Women are supposed to be able to do what they want with their bodies. Too bad it's not legal all around the world. But it does go on one street only, not the entire Sosua. Sosua is a municipal, and it has so many different family areas, and it goes all the way to the airport, all the way past Cabarete. It's a municipal, not just a town, and not it's a beach area. It's beautiful, right? But there's one street where this happens on, and it usually starts happening at night. And now I'm just going to name the elephant in the room. Miko, when he came here, he started to expose that on his YouTube channel. Now, how did Miko get here? He contacted me when he was in Germany, because I was the only vlogger at the time who was communicating through WhatsApp on my YouTube channel. And so he was communicating with me, and I got back to him. I always spoke to viewers, and he said, hey, I really love your videos. I really want to come down to the Dominican Republic. And, I've been watching your videos. I've been watching Tailor Made Dreams videos, Mr. T. Now, we were really the only vloggers at the time. We're going back about 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. Then all of a sudden, a rush of vloggers came in. Now, there were other vloggers, but not really informational vloggers and people showing their daily lives. We're all different vloggers, the three of us, but we were all sharing. And so he was really enjoying this, Miko. He was really enjoying this. And so he contacted me and he's like, I'm going to come. And I was like, yeah, come on, and he was such a nice, appealing young man. And I have a son and I have a daughter. I'm a grandmother. My daughter, she's 32. My son, he's 27. This was 3.5 years ago. So of course, I just came here alone, and I didn't bring my children with me. And that, mother figure came out in me, because he was in his, I think, mid-20s. I'm not sure. So I said to him, I was like, yeah, come. He was in Germany. Clearly already, I don't know. Now I'm only speaking allegedly. I don't have any papers. Ease the case. I don't have any papers. I can just deliver to you facts, right? And these are my facts. This is my story. So now I'm thinking at this time he came here from Germany. Maybe he was already on the run. Maybe he wasn't, but he was in Germany and then he came here. When he came here, I'm always a very busy woman. always doing my thing. And I am a soul coach and I'm a writer. Soul coach is like a life coach, but we talk more about God and the spirit and mindset, mindfulness, and everything of that nature. So we call it soul coaching. I call it soul coaching. I'm also a writer, and that's why I can sustain myself here on the island. But I also do enjoy being in real estate and getting people apartments and bringing people here like a relocation specialist. Like I said, it involves everything, even picking someone up from the airport, which I don't do personally, but I do set up that job for a Dominican to do that, or a Haitian, somebody who is here and making a lesser income, and they collect that money. Okay, I don't even have a vehicle, but I make sure that the person that's showing up is going to be in good hands, and also the logo's going to get some money for their pocket, right? So I don't only hustle for myself, I hustle for the people of the island, which is another reason why I'm making this video, to respond to all of this. But now back to Miko. Miko, he was one of those people who were watching to come and relocate. And so I was like, well, yeah, come, and I already did a video on this with all of the receipts and everything. A lot of you guys watched that video. It got like a lot of views on it, and I either put it on private or unlisted it. I don't think I deleted it. I'm not sure, but I also don't have the vibe to bring it back out, because there were a few points that were only too much alleging, but there was something that was wrong, which I'm going to get to again. I'm sorry for dragging this out, but I don't want to pull out the cell phone and do the receipts. And those of you who did watch the video, you can attest to the fact that I did have one. That being said, he did come here, and when he got here, I just got a bad vibe immediately. That woman's intuition. His videos were a little bit too out there. This was a quiet town before. Yes, men came here, they did their thing. I'm a woman. I don't benefit from that type of, men coming here to be with beautiful women at all. None of my friends, they're all, they're business women and stuff. Dominican women, but they're business women. And, like, none of my friends are girls that are working girls or anything of that nature. We're in two different headspace. I'm a 50-year-old woman. The women that are here are usually working. They're usually like in their 20s, So they're doing their thing. They're making their money. The economy needs to build up. But now, during their time of doing that, making their money and everything like that, this is when this dude was videoing them. None of us vloggers before that did that. Now, it did two things. Number one, it exposed the women, especially the women who didn't want people around the world to know that they were working girls. Because to be on that one strip at night, remember, it's one strip, it's one street, it's not the whole Sosua, it's not the province of Puerto Plata, it is one street, one block where this happens. Okay, guys, so I don't want anyone watching this, I don't want you to get any idea that Sosua is like this. It's not Sosua, it's one street. And so in Toronto, it's called Yonge Street, so just, it's more livelier at night. You can make sure there's always some type of a party, or there's going to be people around. People are here. It's a transient town. People are coming every day of the week. People are coming to party on a Tuesday, because that's the time they get their days off. If they come here and the town is dead, like, it's not much of a tourist town now, is it? So with that being said, he came here and he started to really expose a lot of that nightlife. And I just felt it was unfair to the working girls that didn't want their family to know. A lot of women come here from the capital, from Santiago, and they don't want to be on the camera. And then it also set up just a whole negative thing about vloggers after that. And then he was exposing a few women, making them do things in the street to each other. One time he made two women kiss in the street. And I just felt that was like, yo, these are probably addicts, number one, or they're probably girls just looking for some money and fun, number two. But still, let's think about the dignity of the people here in the Dominican Republic. Let's think about the hard working people here. This is a tourist town. I live in a Dominican neighborhood. Yes, the electricity goes out sometimes, but there are families here. And the families, they work on the beach and they work in El Bate. That's the word you guys really want to look at, El Bate. For those of you who are watching Ease the Craze and ease the crave, and you guys are, really trying to see what's Sosua is all about. It's not the Sosua. It is El Bate. EL space BATEY. Bate, the center of things. And it is even a place of its own where that's only one street where it's going on. In any case, he was videoing it night after night after night. And then he came here to this what people would call barrio, Los Charamicos, and he started to say it was the baddest place in Sosua. And it's not. People are hungry at the bottom. There's a lot of people who are homeless. They don't have running water. At the very bottom of my street, it's called La Piedra, but a lot of them are undocumented as well. So they have to be careful in the streets, or some people will bring things for them and stuff like that. But I mean, I can walk through there. I did a video there before. And so when he started to say that it was just dangerous, I was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You're taking away food from these people. And then he did a whole food drive. But that's when things started to get a little shady. Now remember, I never met him in person. I just kept holding him off, and I just kept saying no, because my gut was like, I don't like the videos that he's doing. I don't like these nighttime, exposing everyone. And it made me feel like I don't want to be on that platform. And that's not what I'm here for. I go out and I have a few drinks out on Pedro Clasante sometimes. After my television show, I have a local television show here about relocating and real estate, and just come on and talk about your story. Or I put on Dominican musicians or people just that can talk and tell their story. And that's Wednesday nights. And so after that, sometimes I like to go on Pedro Clasante and have a drink at those same bars that ladies are at. And they don't bother me, and the men aren't disrespectful. It's just a grown-up thing. So to have someone with a camera, pointing it like that on the street is not a grown-up thing. It was a kid thing, a punk thing, straight up, and it just wasn't cool. And so it started to bring a lot more light to tourism in a negative way. And then so now that the president, I guess, he's just like, you know what, Sosua is a big magnet, because now you have to get in when it's hot. Get in while it's hot. Sosua is hot right now. It's a great place to change it all up, because this is where the tourism is right now. But for one street, you guys don't get it twisted, right here across the water in Bate. So I say across the water, 10-minute walk along the beach. I live very close to the beach. And that's why I want to introduce you guys to this place and bring you here. And don't think that it is a pedal island. It's not true. There are people all around the world that are shady, all around the world. And I have been living here for 4 years now, and I've never heard of any case. Now, does it happen? I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if it happens in Toronto, downtown Toronto, where I'm from, alone. So do men come here for younger women? Most likely. But it's not a common thing. When you see the women on the street here on Pedro Clasante, you see men that are usually just chilling, just kicking it. They're just here. They're buying their gin and their juice, and they're just chilling. And the women are around them, and the women give them little massages, and it's kind of, I think, for a boost for the men. I think most of them, they're like, no thank you, no thank you. Most of them are just here to be with their boys. It's more of a boys hangout with girls, like hanging off them. It's not even like a working girls town. It's more like a man's town to me. So that's why I feel comfortable grabbing a drink, some evenings on the strip as well. It's a very comfortable feeling. And also, I just want to say, when he was exposing all of that, it made me feel uncomfortable. And then it got a little out of hand. Now, when he did the food drive here in Los Charamicos, I'm sorry, guys, I digressed. When he did the food drive here in Los Charamicos, a lot of people respected it. And it had a lot to do with the children. But at the time, I moved out of Charamicos to go live in Cabarete, about 20 minutes away, for just 3 months. And I wasn't here, so I wasn't able to hear about it from any of the moms or anything. And I didn't even come to the event. He invited a lot of us vloggers, but I didn't go. I just felt like, no. He was calling it a hunger drive, a hunger food drive. But these kids where I eat in this right here, this is a working class community. It's family. They own probably the best property possible because they're the next tourist part that's going to get taken over. Like they are right on the water. I look out my window and I see the beach. Well, I see the water itself, the bay, not the beach, because there's a few condos in front of me. But this here area is going to be up for millions and millions in the next little while once they build those condominiums on Playa Sosua. This is a working area, a working class area. It's not in the campo. It's not anywhere in a big town, or a big city like Santo Domingo. It is working class people. A lot of them are country people. A lot of them come and they work over here. Los Charamicos, he was feeding people, but it was just kids and it was good. I don't want to make it sound like it was negative, but I think just all the circumstances afterwards turned my belly. So it's hard for me to speak about it, like where I'm like so proud of him, right? But I just felt like it was more clout. And I just felt it was all clout. And I'm like, no, you don't. But at the same time, the kids had fun. And it was all about the kids. But it was shortly thereafter that I started to hear rumors, just weird, strange rumors that are not normal. Something like, oh, this happened and that happened. Hey, this kid got touched or that kid got touched. And I'm like, what? And I started to hear it from more than just one person. So kind of like a rumor was going around town. And I was like, that can't be true. No. And then I was like, okay, well, you can't do anything with a rumor. You can't. And I'm thinking, no one knew about his charges. Nobody knew anything about his charges. But this just started to swarm. So all of a sudden, he left Sosua. And I think he went to La Vega. I don't know. He went somewhere. And then there's some rumors about that, which I can't attest to, so I'm not going to get into. And then he went and he made a trip outside of the Dominican Republic. And I don't know if he went to Brazil first with another vlogger. I have no clue. But he did end up in Colombia. And that's where he was arrested. And it made the news here. Now, you guys in America that are just dealing with him are learning about this, but we have already heard about it because he was such a vlogger here in the Dominican Republic. Colombia is right there. So as soon as we heard that news, it hit here, and it hit here like a thunderbolt. And everything just kind of went up in the air. Everyone was talking about Miko. And he was in jail. And he, I even made a video, like I said, with all the receipts from our conversations from the first moment he spoke to me. But then I took that down. Again, I don't know if I unlisted it or put it on private or just deleted it. I don't know what I did with it. I'm not trying to put it back up anyway. Hopefully it's private or delete it, as you guys can find it if it's unlisted. Which... it is what it is, but I don't want to make my channel about somebody else's crime. Unless it's a crime channel. Unless it's talking about different crimes, like my Storytime. But so anyway, after he got nabbed in Colombia and it hit here, a lot of people are like, see? And those same rumors that could not be confirmed. Again, they were just rumors. Like people talking, but people were talking before anyone even found out those charges. So did he actually do something in the Dominican Republic? Nobody knows. Did he try? Nobody knows. But all we can say is there was something a little off and something just rumors that should not fly about somebody. And then all of a sudden the person gets arrested for something like that. And then we're like, oh, wow. It was like just a ton of bricks falling. It was like confirming. And we were all like, oh, whoa. Vloggers were shocked. They were like, wow, we heard those rumors, man. And everyone was just talking about it. I can even remember before he left the Dominican Republic, I messaged a vlogger on WhatsApp, 2 of them. And I said, what's up with this Miko guy? Like, I saw you do a video with him. Like, he wants to do a video with me, but I don't feel comfortable with it. And the vlogger said, yeah, I know. Yeah. And that was it. And you can tell he felt a little bit uncomfortable too. And this was while Miko was still on the island. So then again, he left and those rumors came back. We don't know. But End of sentence. The guy who I shouted out in the beginning, he has a lot of information, and you need to check that video. None of us will be sitting back asking for anything. He reads the whole entire charges out and everything. Now, we are all talking about one boy. This guy is a boy. We are all in our 40s and older. This kid is in his 20s, and he is looking for clout. He is running around from video place to video place. He's trying to get himself in a position. Hold on, guys. This is kind of bright. I don't know if this is going to be too low now. But, you know, he put himself in a position of, whoops. I'm just going to leave it alone because I'm in the middle of talking. But he put himself in the position of, you know, being like exposing everything and everyone else. And he did make a name for himself. I think the main thing for all of us to do is just to stop. Why do we need papers on someone else's sex life? Why do we need like anything? He was charged and he made a plea. Where there's smoke, there is fire. That's the only thing I can see. We have to use logic. We have to be what in the Bible says, brethrens. People need to be brothers. Having this war over somebody else's sex life and their charges and stuff like that, and then talking about, I saw some people yesterday talking about they're going to pay someone to bring Miko on their show. Like, what is this? Grown men. I just want to say, you know, once again, like, you know, we need to help people in society. Now, my thing is about Sosua. I hope you guys can see me and it's just not too dark. But my thing is about Sosua. I want to make sure that everyone knows that Sosua is not a pedo island. You know, whatever rumors were from way back is even before I came here. I've been here for 4 years, came to the island, never ever left. Never took a flight afterwards, stayed through the whole pandemic, and I saw a lot and learned a lot about the culture and the traditions and also the people that come here to enjoy the same thing. And a lot of people that come here are snowbirds, people that fought for America a lot. I meet a lot of veterans. They fought for America. Some of them, they're on a pension now. They don't want to stay in America, and they come here, and not for the ladies, but they come here because they don't want to be in the matrix. A lot of them are brothers. A lot of them are black men that just feel like they are not happy in America. They feel like they are being, you know, shat on. You know, they feel like they're not appreciated. They come here and they feel it's the Caribbean. They feel like, okay, at least there's some brethrenhood, like brethren. They say when I was raised, a lot of Jamaicans would say brethren, you know, but it's brethren. And, you know, a lot of them are brethrens and they just come here and they all hang out in cliques and they all tell each other when there's where they're going to a certain bar or, you know, whatever. They actually live here and have a good time, and it's not all about the ladies. And they bring a lot of income to this island, a lot of American vets. And I don't want to leave out the Canadians either. I'm Canadian, and a lot of retired Canadians come here, and a lot of us live in Sosua. So you'd be surprised, guys. Sosua is just not about the ladies. And I want to invite each and every one of you to come here. And just, you know, stop making things difficult. You know, there are people here. And no, what is it? Ease the craze? Ease the crave? I'm so sorry. I know on one of your videos yesterday, you're like, they keep getting my name wrong. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose. Well, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's Ease the Crave, I think it is. And, you know, and I think your name is Kaya, I don't know. I had it earlier. I'm sorry, but I did my other research on you, and you would be surprised coming here. You know, you could actually do relocation from where you're at. If you have a platform and you could, like you do, and you have all different topics and you just kick it the way you're kicking it, oh my gosh, you are surely going to make a mint for yourself in the future. That's what my word is to you. You're only 41. You still have a few more years and you're on a good roll. You just keep up that good work on YouTube, because I don't think YouTube's going anywhere. I think it's going to be right here and it's only going to get better. And I think it's going to be the heavy headers that will make the most money. So I also just want to say, to China Mac, thank you for standing up for people. You stood up for what you felt was right. That old saying, you have to stand up for something or you'll fall down for anything. And you stood up once you heard what was happening and you were like, I'm not having it. Like, I don't want it connected with me. He can stay over there and do what he wants to do, but that's it. And you made it vocal because of any thing that you heard. And hey, it's your channel and you roll the way you want to. And end of sentence, I just want to say thank you very much for bringing the facts. I was like, yeah, well, there's the facts, like right there. Like, what's everyone all huffing and puffing and yelling about? Everyone just wants to fight. Men just want to be men now. Men just want to be up on the keyboard and be warriors and stuff, like, And here, nobody really knows anything. Hold on, I need to get this light done. Hold on. There we go. I hope that's better. I hope that's better. Okay, maybe this is better. Gee, I look kind of red there. All right, I don't even know if I should look at these messages. I don't even know, because I have family there. I've been going to Sosua. Oh, wow. He's lucky he didn't get street justice. Dominicans are big on that. Oh, no. Wait, guys. Oh, street justice. Right. You're talking about that. Okay, hold on. Let me just go. Colin, good afternoon. Okay, Keith, hey. Relaxation sounds. Happy Sunday. Virtual hits. Very good. Here. Thank you. Very good. Okay. What's that? Hondo Torre? He made the Sue look bad. He did. Marshall, hola, sweetheart. Jennifer, Dios te bendiga. Gracias, amor. Benjamin, he's lucky he didn't get street justice. Right, he is lucky. I think that now that his story's out a little bit more, that's going to change, which I'm going to get to in a second. Jude, hello, beautiful lady. How are you? I'm good, Jude. How are you? Elizabeth, hello. Elizabeth says, I have family there and been going to Sosua for over 40 years. I'm retired now. It's a nice place to vacation. The girls is mostly on one street, Pedro Clisante. Yep. Any updates? Angel says, any updates on what's happening with the construction on the beach? No updates on the beach. But yes, a lot of families come here. So I do want to say, anything that has gone on here when it comes to Miko, right? Any ridiculousness, there was something people heard here. There is no proof. Again, before we even heard about his charges, we didn't even know who the cat was when he flew in town. Remember, he contacted me from Germany and said he was coming. And when he got here, he told me he was here, and I never wanted to meet with him. And then, I didn't know anything. But then when I started to hear those rumors here, I was like, no way. And then I was like, yeah, for sure, I'm not going to get near him, because exactly like one of these comments said, Dominicans will get street justice. And I was like, I don't even want to do a video with this cat. Not at all. So then it was when he flew into Colombia that he got arrested in a cafe. And again, I don't even want to talk about what the charges are. You can go on end of sentence channel. Just put in end of sentence and go to the Miko Dark Side video. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I have nothing to say against the kid. All I'm saying is he's a kid and we are all adults. We are all adults. And when I have somebody that just invested in a villa in a gated community, I walk to one of their favorite restaurants, and they see the video that this restaurant owner leaves, and it's an older woman, and she's like, what the heck? Where did I just buy this villa? And that person does not speak for Sosua. Sosua is not ran like that. Not at all. Sosua is about businesses. Sosua is about people that are coming here and they help. They do. You said in one of your videos as well, Ease the Crave, that it's mostly ran by tourists. And it's not mostly ran by tourists, but there is a huge amount of tourist ran places on Pedro Clisante in the tourist area, and also in Cabarete in the tourist area, but not the rest. It right there, and it is because it's a beach town, and you can go there, and it's quite awesome. I think you would really like it. I do want to invite you. Your kids will love the beaches and the rivers. Your wife will just be like, "Wow, it's amazing." Like, you just have to really um, think outside the box. How in the world did we hear these rumors about this cat that's here about children? We didn't hear that he had enough women. If it was about, oh, he hit a working girl, or if, oh, he had two working girls at one time, because it's a small little area, Pate, and they all talk. And he was making a big spectacle of himself. And when the men come here, the grown men, the veterans from America, for instance, like I already spoken about, when they come here to chill, they come here to chill down low. They're not all about the whole camera action. Even with me, they are not about the camera action. Even if I go to a restaurant on the beach, some of them they know who I am as a vlogger, and they'll wave, and then they'll go like this, like to tell me, "You're not going to video, right?" And I'm like, no, I respect them 100%. I respect the working girls, and I respect the old school cats that come here and they've already been through war, and they just want to have a nice woman by their side, treat them like a king, and they just want to live a nice lifestyle, not paying as much, but also being appreciated for what they are paying, period. Right? And when I'm on the beach like that, I don't video them, although I do know that sometimes I will ask them, "Can I video you and have a story with you? Can you tell your story?" And they say, "Absolutely." Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you my story. So what I'm saying to you is, we don't hear stories like that. A person coming into town, and then all of a sudden they're having these rumors flying around that they're with little boys. We don't hear that about anyone. So, and this was before we even heard about his charges. So imagine what we all thought. When he went to Colombia and got arrested, there were some major, major rumors flying around of what he did. And when I heard the truth, the facts of what really happened, right, on in the sentence channel, I still felt it was horrible, horrible, but I was like, "Oh, that's not the story I heard. I heard a whole other story." So it still is a crime. It still is a charge. Where there's smoke, there's fire. And, I mean, in one of your videos, you had said that he, by the way, I don't want to keep talking about your videos. It's just I was watching all your videos yesterday, and I'm like, they are pretty cool. You're really good at what you do. You articulate yourself very well. I can see your channel just booming through the roof and doing so amazingly well. But again, you'll do it through reaction videos. And that will be amazing for you, especially reaction videos to like fatal vows, or fatal attraction. You can find them on YouTube, right? And you just download the videos and you just react to them. Those are like, they get like hundreds of thousands of views. Anyway, I'm still sitting here talking about that. But anyway, again, I don't want to keep rhyming off. I just want to say Sosua is a beautiful place. It is not only for the working girls. It is not only for the men. That's getting cleaned up, what they're calling cleaned up. Very much every single day, there are new changes coming in. They're putting three 7-story condos on the beach. They're making 3 plazas on the beach. Listen, nobody here that owns a business, I don't care how long they own the business for, can say anything. No one's going to go to your home and hurt you, and no one's going to hurt you if you come here. You are being invited here from me, and I'm saying, come on and walk these streets of beautiful Sosua. Check out Las Terrenas, check out Punta Cana, check out, come. If you can actually come for a whole entire 2-week trip, you would be able to have fun just here on Playa Sosua. And if not, in Puerto Plata. Anywhere. anywhere around the island. You can have a wonderful time with your boys and your girl, your wife, your girlfriend. 100%. So all I'm saying is that we all have to stop talking about this in some way, somehow, in some capacity. We are feeding to a perpetuation of evil, of negativity, something where the truth has already come out, something where it doesn't benefit any of us, something where we can all tell right now that the other foot has not dropped. The other foot has not dropped. This is coming to light again. After the Dominican Republic and Colombia already dealt with it, now America is getting more wind of it, and it is coming to surface again. There is a problem. And the problem needs to be addressed with him and his mother. And he needs to stop chasing clout, however it is, right? He needs to just get himself, a different platform. And that's it. Relax for a moment, relax for a while, chill out. I do know that the videos are very well known here and people have been watching them. And I don't know what would happen if he came here to Sosua. I don't know. I mean, it's none of my business. I don't, to be honest with you, Dominicans are so forgiving and so docile and then just so loving. I think he won't be well received by people, but because he has a conniving personality and he's able to manipulate his way into many people's hearts and minds, then he might be able to win a few people over. But once they hear about these allegations, once again, and then the charges, the allegations of what happened here before, and then the charges, then all of a sudden he doesn't have a long stay or a very long stint. So I would assume it would be in and out, and that's another thing. I do feel that he's very kind and very sweet and very nice. He watched my whole entire channel before he contacted me, spoke about everything that happened to my life like he was my little brother or something. The way he spoke to me, it was like, oh, this guy's so cute. He's watched my videos, blah, blah, blah. And I was just here new at the time. I've been here for 4 years now. And when he started to message me, I was probably here for like maybe 3 months. Right? So it was like constant, hey, how you doing today, Cerise? Blah, 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 over and over, to the point where I started to really speak to him and be like, yeah, we spoke just like he was a young guy, and he told me a lot. He said he didn't like Germany because he felt they were racist and he felt like they didn't understand him. He sent me a couple of videos of himself as he was in Germany. He sent them to me. And then, of course, on his WhatsApp, I had him plugged into my phone. So on his WhatsApp, I would go through his stories and I would see certain parties that he was engaged in, certain wild parties. But I was just like, this guy's a young cat. He's a young kid. He's just wild partying it, putting it on his WhatsApp stories. And, it looked like he just was all alone and just kind of riding high on whatever he was taking, and so at the end of the day, that's not why I didn't want to meet him. Like again, he's just a kid having fun in Germany. He told me that his I think his mom is Germany and his dad's black, or one or the other. It could be mixed, right? And it could be his mom is American and his dad is German. But he said to me that he was just there, and he was there for a few months actually, and he had 2 passports, right? So him and I would talk, and I never had any idea that he was running. And again, I don't know if he was even running at that time. But all I do have to say is, when someone is doing that and he's that young and he's creating these types of wars, this type of negativity through channels, this guy was holding a tool in one of his videos like that, and he was threatening another vlogger, saying that he can't go to Atlanta. He's kicked out of Atlanta. What's that all about? What's that all about? I was raised in the hood in Toronto. Crack wars really started real wars. Turf wars really started real wars. I can't even tell you how many people died from crack downtown Toronto. Regent Park is where I came from, born and raised, and it is the biggest hood in Canada. They are now in the midst of tearing it all down and rebuilding it back up because it was such a cesspool of every single thing you could imagine. Everything. On one block, there's an alcoholic family. The next block, you see a woman getting beat by her husband. Another block, you see a girl working the streets. Another block, you see someone running into the alley with some type of a homemade pipe to smoke crack. Like, and here I'm just walking to go buy my French fries, or just go get something. It was the real hood, but it was like a town where I came from, Regent Park. So all of a sudden, they used to do different wars. Like Regent Park had South Regent, North Regent. And then we also used to go to war with other people that we could just take a streetcar to, like Flemington Park and Jane and Finch. And, there were real wars. People were real shooting. They were real stabbing. It was really something else. And this was before any type of WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook or anything like that. These boys didn't even have cellulars. At the time, this was the invention of beepers, of pagers. Sometimes you didn't even know what you're going to show up at. It just shows 911. That's it. You get there. 411. You get there immediately. There were some big wars. Now I'm seeing this over this guy who clearly did something, and we are all talking about it. Me too. Only now because Sosua is mentioned, and I'm trying to tell people around the world, when they plug in the Dominican Republic and the new videos that show up, and it's of other people that live in America, that has nothing to do with the transformation that's happening in Sosua right now. Not at all. And because another restaurant owner is involved in that too, and he's the one that kind of started this whole entire thing, you don't need to go to his restaurant. There are thousands of other restaurants, hundreds of other restaurants alone in Bate. You can go to one of those and go have yourself a good time. From when I'm getting message from a guy that wants me to do damage control because his mom and his grandmother are now scared to move into the beautiful gated villa that they bought because they don't want to walk down the street, is ridiculous. This is getting out of hand. This young boy did what he did. He flew. He took off across the country. He went to Germany. He went to the Dominican Republic. He also went to Colombia, maybe Belize. I'm not sure. Maybe Spain. I'm not sure. You have to ask him. But he needs to talk about it on his channel. And before any of us get all up in the hop trying to start making video after video because views after views are coming in, we have to realize that our channels are worth a lot more than just some digging dirt or getting dirty with other people. There's so much that we can offer the people from around the world that come here to the Dominican Republic, Sosua, but also YouTube. Some people can't even come here any longer to the Dominican Republic because some people are older. Like, let's say a guy that retired here early at age 60, and then at age 80, he started to experience health concerns, and he just doesn't feel comfortable getting taken care of by doctors with his state here, or maybe he wants to die with his family, right? And his health concerns, he has to go back to Canada or America. And he watches YouTube in order to see the beautiful Dominican videos that we put out and we work very hard about. I work very hard every single day for my YouTube channel. Every single day I put out a video. Monday is random videos. Tuesdays real estate and relocation. Wednesdays is about relationships because I'm a soul coach and I like to do a little bit of reaction videos and talk about relationships. Thursday, I put up a piece from my television channel, my television program that I have here. And I put that up, I upload that on my channel. Fridays, I talk about fitness or I talk about something to do with health. Saturdays, I talk about story time. I love telling stories. Today is my live to air, and I speak a lot about Sosua and what's happening in Sosua. But now that this has been brought to my attention from people who have actually dealt business with me in order to come here and relocate, I'm like, this is not right. Some people are around the world right now and they just want to watch the videos about what's going on in the Dominican Republic, not what's going on with that young man and his sex charges and what he did and what he admitted to and what was alleged here in the Dominican Republic. We don't want to talk about that when we plug in hashtag Dominican Republic on YouTube. I don't think people want to watch that. Not real grown people that are coming here to invest their money into the island. Not at all. Not real grown people who realize that they've worked all their life and now they just want to rest. And they really do want to be able to do that, but they can't because America and Canada and around the world is just way too expensive. And they don't want to go all the way to Thailand to do it because it's too far away from their loved ones. Mexico's too expensive as well. Or for a lot of the brothers and sisters that come here with Caribbean descent, they want to come here because it's in the Caribbean. So this place is untouchable. Nobody can destroy it. Nobody can bring it down. Nobody can call it down. Some people will get some videos up there and it's miscommunication. It really is. And anyone trying to represent Sosua, trying to say that you're on some list or trying to say that, they're going to hurt you, that's not talking about Sosua. That's why that video is down. That's why it was deleted. Because the person who made it knows that they maybe had too much to drink and they just don't want to even be seen in that light, because at the end of the day, that person is a businessman. He does do business. Now, whether or not you want to go to his place, there's a lot of other places here that will welcome you and your family and love you and your family and your channel. Remember, with your channel, do something more with it. You are so on point with everything, even your setup with your shoes in the back. You just seem, the way you articulate yourself, like I already said, you need to don't make one person happy sitting there watching your live to airs. Miko's sitting watching your live to airs every single time you stick up for him. And he's like, yeah, that's right. And then when the person says something negative, he probably cringes until you correct them. Don't be anyone's puppet. This is a little boy that did something to someone else. Again, where there's smoke, there's fire. So what if the person that he did it to is, in your opinion, corrupt? Bad things happen to people who do corrupt things, and they're allowed to speak up for themselves too. You can't just say, oh, look where they were when this person was doing this and they were doing that. Okay, well, they were hurt still. And when we are still hurt, we still make complaints and we do want some type of retribution. So you can't say just because that guy was leading a certain lifestyle, was wrong. None of us can say that. And just like we all can't say anything about Miko here in the Dominican Republic. He dipped and he dashed. That's what he did here, and all of us heard rumors, and we don't know where they originated from, but I'm pretty sure if we dug really deep and we showed his photo, it would come right back up to surface, probably within a week's time, and all types of information would be talked about again. Okay? That's just how it goes. But we don't need to do that. That boy needs to get himself together. He needs to stop. I think it's something that he needs to fix here. Okay, and he needs to get himself into counseling, and he needs to get himself not all into all these different vloggers, all these different musical artists, all these people rising up against each other. We are not supposed to be doing that at this day and age. The world just came out of something very destructive, and I'm pretty sure that there's other things that we can focus on. This man is going to be in a cell or in a grave. And the way that you guys are perpetuating it, you're keeping it going more and more and more. And I think it's contributing to the snowball effect. And everyone will be sitting back and they'll be like, oh, wow, that dude was murked. Or, oh, wow, the guy's probably happy now in his cell, around all those lavender men. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy does not need either one. He needs help. He doesn't need someone to put him down, And that's not what I'm doing. That's not my intention. I think his mom needs to be in the mix, and he needs some professional help. And going around from person to person, doing video to video, is definitely not going to help him. It could help him in some ways in regards to showing him that he doesn't have to be the most important person. The person who he interviews is important, and he doesn't have to be all hype and hey, that. Just relax, calm down. He has a certain appealing way about him where he can get that video. That's it. And you guys, the older guys, are supposed to be teaching the young cats this, not sitting back and getting views on a video about it. And that's not why I put this up either. Otherwise, I would have put up a video over a week ago, 2 weeks ago. But I've been watching the videos, and I'm so glad that End of Sentence brought out all the information. End of Sentence did all of the research. It's right there for you. And then, of course, China Mac, brother, standing up for the children out there. You know what time it is. And then, of course, Ease the Crave. You are a budding star, and there are other topics that you can really work with on your platform. I gave you the golden egg. Go and look at Fatal Vows. Go and look at Fatal Attraction. They have like different episodes on YouTube. Download a couple of them and react to them. Teach the men what way they should go and what way they shouldn't go. And what you're doing is you're giving people advice. You just like, oh yeah, that dude did it. And you predict as you go along. You don't even watch the video. Just download it, let it download on silent or whatever how you do your thing, and then react to it with your crowd. They will love your analysis. You're very articulate. But in this situation, I think you're fighting. And you said this is like a tree with many branches. This is not a tree with many branches, brethren. This is a track with a train wreck, and many cars are on that train wreck. If you look at the situation's a train wreck, and the tracks that got it there is Miko. One young boy that did a sexual act, pleaded to it, but first, before he did, traveled the whole entire world. Okay? Well, not the whole entire world, but he traveled to Germany, he traveled to, the other places, got caught in Colombia. It's up to him to tell his story. You can't hold someone and be like, oh, he's going to tell his story here. I got this. I got the person. That's not what your channel's about. I watched your channel and I saw your personality. Your channel is not about that. Your channel, I did like the way you stuck up for yourself, though. That was really good, especially when you looked in the camera. Amazing. Good for you. And again, welcome to Sosua. You're so welcome to come with your family, and the way that you stuck up for your family and the way you were such a gentleman. It was really cool. And the way you addressed the other person, how he was calling women bitches. Amazing. It was really cool. I can tell you're a gentleman. So, with your channel, I just got to tell you, don't pigeonhole yourself on stuff. Don't. People get sad of it. People get bored of it. Finally, the truth does come out, and only this guy knows the truth. So everything that I'm saying right now are my facts. But then when I'm talking about his charges, I have no clue. All I can tell you is to go read it on End of Sentence channel. Now, aside from that, Sosua is not any type of and nothing. It's nothing like that. Even where the working girls are. If there's 3 sets of police officers here, okay, and National Police, Sestor, which is the police for the tourists alone, and then there's another set of police as well. They go up and down these streets during the night, and if they see any girl that looks underage, or if they see any girl that is usually known as a troublemaker, and they know that the night's not going to end right if she's out there, the police will get right out and pull those girls off the street. They have no qualms about it. Girls go running. They go running, and they're not wearing high heels, most of them. They're wearing sandals and flats. Okay, so I just want to say that all of this keyboard warrior stuff is cool and fun. Boys will be boys. But when you start hashtagging or you start putting in stuff like Sosua, Dominican Republic, and you're responding to goofy behavior, to goofs, like, sorry, but that's exactly what it is. Like, then they don't represent Sosua, and they don't represent the Sosua that people are working very hard to build up. Neither one of those guys that you were talking about yesterday, three of them actually, but I don't even want to consider the third one because I don't even think he's a vlogger. But during your first video, you were talking about two Sosua vloggers, asking them for papers. Don't ask them for anything. Neither one of them. Ask them for absolutely nothing. They have nothing at all, and they don't represent Sosua. Come to Sosua and try walk up and down these streets of Pedro Clasante, eat in the restaurants. They have wonderful bars. They have wonderful energy. Along the beach, there's music pumping out of each casita, and the beach is going to be built up. Brother, save your money and come here and make a plan for it, like the rest of the vloggers are doing too. Maybe Jules can take a month off work or something. You guys rent a nice little villa over here for the month, private pool, and vlog from there. You know, do your reaction videos. Get off this thing which you're on right now. It is a merry-go-round, and you are just going to end up flying off. And then when you fall to the ground, you're going to be like, okay, well, let me do my reaction videos now. Because you're just going to do them anyway. I sense that it's just a huge part of who you are, right? Just a huge part that you just need to embark upon right now. And it's not doing this. So I can only speak from my point of view, and I can only say, you know, make your videos. When you're done making those types of videos, I will definitely subscribe. I said your name enough here on this video so people can subscribe, because you do have some, you're entertaining. You're entertaining. I love your whole entire setup, your whole live to air, like your whole, I call it live to air because I used to be on the radio in Toronto, but live stream. Your whole live stream is just interesting. Even the way you speak so openly about your life and the way you share, you know, you are a person that engages your audience. And this is so important. And I would say, fight the good fight. Fight the fight of humanity for everyone. You know, give all men really good advice. Don't argue with fools. Don't argue with fools. You know, in the Bible, it says, when you argue with a fool, you become a fool. I think that's why China Mac didn't make any more videos on anything right now, because it's not his. I hope he doesn't. China Mac, if you're watching this, or if you hear a wind of this, do not make any more reaction videos to, like, don't make any more videos. You know you're allowed in Atlanta. You know you can chill out. You know you're just looking out for people saying your piece on your channel, right? You don't need to say much more. You made your 2 videos. I don't know if you made another one, but you really don't need to. It's a dead topic, and, you know, just keep it low. Continue making your food reviews or whatever it is that you do. I looked at a couple of your videos too, and they're fun. So, you know, and again, end of sentence, amazing, amazing. He did the research. He has the papers. He shows them to you in the video. All you do is you listen to the whole thing. He reads everything to you. And if you don't get anything, you can rewind it, selector, and play it back again. You know, but this is this should not be a war. This should not be a fight. Sosua should not be hashtagging this. The Dominican Republic should not be down on anything here, because guess what? Miko dashed. He dipped and he dashed, and there was nothing that we have on him here, and there's nothing that he can even come back here for. Again, remember, if he does, then it's not going to be for a long stint, unless he's up in the mountains or the countryside or something of that nature, right? It just makes sense. So what I'm saying to you guys is, it's like chop chop, you know, get back to your regular programming. Stop fighting. It's not worth it. And I need to be selling some houses down here. So, and yeah, ease the grave. If you have any clients that want to relocate, then you can make some commission, brother, because there were a lot of people on your channel yesterday who seemed to know about the Dominican Republic, and you seem to be the type of person that could really be a conduit for people changing their lives because you believe in people. And I think that's exactly what this is all about. You just believe in people. You give them the benefit of the doubt, and that's fair. But, you know, share other benefits of the doubt. Remember, fatal vows, fatal attraction, do some reaction videos to those. They're horrible, but they are very much what grabs people these days. And you are that type of person that could do a really good reaction video. All right, guys. I do want to say that that's what's up with the vloggers. There are other vloggers here in the Dominican Republic, and more specifically in Sosua. Before there was only a few, but now there are many, many, many. And a couple of them are very much on the working girl tip. And they're just going to be like dinosaurs and die off. But then you also have other people who are offering a lot of information about how to get here, relocate, real estate, what's the difference between the countryside and the beach, and then also the city, you know, different things, what's the cost of living like, stuff like that. There's some really good vloggers out there that are giving you the information, and they're not thinking that they own anything. They are thinking that they're going to share it with you, okay? So I do want to say that some of them are like myself, single women that came alone. Some of them are single men that came alone. Some of them are couples that came together. Some of them are families that came together. And I'm just waiting for like an older gentleman, an older guy that's been here from time, that relocated like 40 years ago, to start doing his own vlog, because he will eat up the industry here. He will have so many stories about Sosua in the past and what he's witnessed, because he would be able to really tell things, you know, and especially if he still lives here. Now, that's the type of vloggers that we want to engage with. And those are the types of vloggers that you want to engage with as well. Okay? Ease the crave. You don't want to be talking to vloggers that are just sitting on one stool and just talking for themselves. A bunch of smack that doesn't even make sense. Okay? You want to be able to continue what you're doing. Come on down here and show people what's going on. I have faith in you. I believe you're a good person inside. And I believe that this is, you know, this is fun for you. I believe that this is enjoyable for you. And you're just like eating this person alive, and you're like, I don't care. You've never been to Sosua and you don't know the flex about it, and that's fine. I understand. You're getting information from other people who are on your bandwagon, and that's fine. But I can just tell you from my point of view, being a single woman here, having my own television show, being in real estate, also, you know, a Canadian, nothing to do with American, I can say to you that what you're saying is one street, one simple little street, and it happens in the evening time when it should, right? So a lot of people are getting the impression that it's different, like it's a cesspool of whatever, and it's really not. So I again invite you, even if you don't bring Jules and your boys, get your friends, your amigos, and Banaki, come here. Learn a little bit of Spanish if you don't already know any, and come sit on this beach and have a good time. Okay? Anybody right now that is around the world beefing over this is just, they're misplacing and displacing their energy. They're putting themselves in a position of not focusing on other things that they need to get done, right? There's always going to be that negativity that will try to draw you in. And then you have one person, Miko, young guy, sitting at the keyboard, controlling it all. That's something mental. And that's what people around him need to not latch on to. Otherwise, they are going to be a part of that train wreck, not the tree. It's not a tree. He's not giving life to anything or anyone. Everything is dead ends. Okay, so it is a train wreck, and each time a new car goes onto it. And we have to stop giving him the power, the electricity to continue this train wreck. Okay, that's just it. There's a whole pile, and he goes on to the next track, and bam, he brings that car, that train car, and bam, smashed into the same thing again. No matter where he goes, there's some type of issue, some type of problem. Okay, he needs God. He is a God-fearing man. He went to church. I do believe that. But something is missing there. He needs to get back to the church. He needs to get back to peace and harmony, and maybe even tell the world what he wants to tell them. Who cares about what the world thinks? Or maybe not tell them anything, but take a rest from whatever controversy he's in now. Take a rest. Stop getting all up on everything. He's only planning something for himself, which is either going to be a cell or a grave. Those could only be the only two outcomes right now as things are going. And also getting a lot more other people into trouble. And people are falling like dominoes. And it is just such a ridiculous situation when we look to the root of the matter, and it is one man and his sex life and what he did to offend somebody else that felt hurt and stuck up for themselves and charged him. Right? And the guy was underage, but you know, he he was underage by the laws of Georgia, right? And I can't knock that because the kid was 17. I was 17 when I had my daughter. In Canada, clearly it wasn't illegal. This kid was 17, but Miko was older. Again, you guys watch it. You guys read it. You guys go on End of Sentence and check it out. And then you'll get the real story of what happened. And it did not happen here in the Dominican Republic. There were rumors. We heard rumors. How could we hear rumors? We didn't know about that case, but there were things that were happening here that we heard of. No papers, but it's a small island, and people talk, and he took off. People were hearing things. We didn't know who was what. We didn't know. I heard some stories that I don't care to repeat right now, but it kept me silent, away from doing any type of video with them. But I don't judge and I don't assume. There were no facts. And in my woman's intuition, I was like, I don't need to do a video with him. What he's doing on Pedro Clisante night after night with these live to airs just to get views, it's not cool. He's ruining the economy on Pedro Clisante. Things are going to change too quickly. People are not going to like it. The mayor, the working girls, the president, no one's going to like that. Not even the restaurants are going to like that, because now what he's done is he has compromised their ability to make money. So now the police, they went and they swooped down everyone. They closed the whole entire girls section. And then pandemic as well. Like, there was just so many things going on. And those restaurants on Pedro Clisante started to suffer. And these are some restaurants that were there from time, and some of them that were brand new and just opened. But the working girls are something that is of an asset in the evenings when the sun goes down and the tourists all come out. And that's all it is. And this one person that owns the restaurant and started to tell you what he told you, he's not even open at night. He's not even open during them times. No one even bothers that place at them times. These visitors, these tourists aren't trying to go there. They go there during the day, and they go there on their way to the beach. I've heard some guys say that they don't even walk through it. They walk around it because they don't want to go in there, right? But there are a lot of people that do like them. And these are tourists, but no men's them. Nobody that's going to come and try to hurt you. Nothing like that. The video was deleted because of that reason. Okay, he had no reason to roll out on you, and no reason to talk about Sosua, no reason to talk about Dominican Republic. This has absolutely nothing to do with where the charges were laid, where this man was caught, or anything of that nature. This is an American people problem, American man issue, and it is spilling over here in the Dominican Republic. And your channel is very powerful, and I just feel that you should be using it for something that's going to benefit you and the boys and Jules a lot better than rebuttaling to this foolishness. When you argue with a fool, you become a fool, straight up. So that's just what I have to say. And another thing, you should really also focus on, you know, that whole entire set that you have, but really focus on getting yourself all over the Dominican Republic. Focus on setting yourself up and coming here for a month vacation. There's a reason why you're so involved in all of this. And there's a reason why you're hearing all this information and getting all these probably new viewers and new people listening or responding. Some people are going to talk badly about him. Some people are going to talk good about him. Some people are going to say to you, don't do this because what does the Dominican Republic have to do with it? And everything, everyone has their own opinion. But all I'm saying to you is I analyzed your whole entire video, and that's what I do as a soul coach. I watch people, and I watched, and I quite enjoyed the way that you break things down. I love the way you show the little video on the side when you're doing your live. Like, you're prepared. And I don't know anyone here that has anything on you like that. Any vlogger here. I don't know any vloggers that do that here. Like that good as you do it, and also have that many loyal people that are, you know, like sharing within your story. Look at my live there. I don't have any computer in front of me pulling up videos and all of this stuff. And it's just raw, you know? So you have a lot on your talent plate right now. Don't get all sidetracked and tailspun. This is where people think, oh my gosh, why did I even do that? You know, don't do it. I mean, of course, bring out some videos if you want to do that, but don't make your whole entire channel about that. And then also talking about the Dominican Republic, it's just such an innocent place. That guy doesn't represent it at all, not at all. You need to come here and represent it. Come here and, you know, represent what a real American man would come here and do. Go to the river and make some nice videos, and, you know, show there's a lot of children's stuff that's going to be happening here in the future. And you seem like a family man. Bring your children and stuff. You know, you will see for yourself that making Sosua look bad and the Dominican Republic look bad, you are really single-handedly, and you're not going to take the videos down, right? So they're there, and it may not do anything right now, but it is going to do something in the future. Something, one person may turn around, and that one person could be who God's telling to come here to change their life. And they may see that one video and be like, oh my gosh, no way. You know, you don't know how much your video is going to be pushed by YouTube on this topic, especially when it has Dominican in it, and Sosua, the number one destination in the Dominican Republic. So you're affecting people, and you don't need to. You don't need to. This is not your argument. This is not your fight. You don't need to take something on that someone gave you. You just move aside. That's it. It didn't even get on you, so no sense in even brushing your shoulder off. Move aside. That's all. And you're going to see that you could be a bigger and better influence than anyone that is just trying to say whatever they're trying to say to you. I'm going to stop railing on that right now, because that clearly, you know, is none of my business. All I'm saying is that as a coach, as a person that likes to encourage people, I feel that this is what you would be good at. But I repeat it myself so many times now, and it doesn't make sense. Oh, thank you, Cardero Blackman. Thank you. Can you buy an apartment condo around 40,000 where you live around the local Dominicans? You can, but you would really have to come here, sit down with them and talk. It'd be very difficult. Not 40,000, but maybe just something like maybe like a condo, like an apartment, not a condo, but like an apartment. let me try to explain it a little bit better. So it would be like, the metal building, and then, the cement building, and then maybe one apartment inside of it. So it wouldn't be a condo, it would be an apartment. I don't have OnlyFans, airport atheist. Andrew, I'm sorry, I just joined the conversation, but I thought this guy was declared innocent. Have those charges been changed? No, he wasn't declared innocent. You can go and you can just look, and you'll see what he admitted to. And a lesser charge, I guess it was. I don't know. But even, it's not about the charges. You can just, the whole entire story of what happened is actually being read. So everything that happened is what is coming out. So even if he is innocent, still the story of what happened is, you'll read those papers. Let me see, where's this at? Benjamin says, yeah, I think a lot of Black Americans feel comfortable in DR because people don't automatically see their color as first thing. They live comfortably. Yes, exactly. Benjamin, now, if any American, Canadian, or whatever, well, if they were to venture into Dominican high society, that's a different bag of chips, right? But that's not their motive, right? They simply want to live in peace. Exactly. Wallace Fuller, hey sexy, hey handsome, airport atheist, baby girl, what's your OnlyFans? I don't have OnlyFans. I'm a 50-year-old grandmother, relocation specialist. I like your approach, Cerise. You are balanced. Thank you, Benjamin. Airport atheist, $10 bill makes them police. Shake your hand and disappear. Sean Ford, this woman is our Oprah coming from the Dominican life. Sean, some of us Americans have Canadians and others love Dominican Republic. Yes. Sean, this woman's information helped out a lot of people. Thank you so much. And then Z Big and Low says, hello from Toronto, super video education info life. Thank you. Thank you, you guys. I just want to make sure that I bring it back to you like that, because the last thing we need right now are wars being started from people in Sosua getting drunk and on a video and saying, oh, this and this and this and that. That's not how we roll here in Sosua. We don't roll like that. We really come here for peace of mind, and we just want to know, as expats, where we can get a washer fixed, where we can get a fridge fixed, where we can buy a cheap vehicle, where we can go and get a really good, fish soup, or, something like, whatever, mechanic, doesn't matter. We all are supposed to support each other. And then when we have someone that's actually doing this on the internet, not thinking twice, not only is he marring himself, his personality, his business, and his partner's business, and also the name of Sosua here, he's just probably thinking that it's okay. And it's not okay at all. We're adults. We need to stop this. We need to look at the situation and not want to battle. I know men will be men, but men, do business. Do business. Don't argue with fools or you become a fool. Just sit back. And that's why I hope China Mac does not make another video. I really hope that a lot of these boys in Atlanta that were all angry and getting involved in this whole entire hype are wise enough to sit back and say, they don't want any piece of it at all. No piece of it at all. This is just another wreck about to happen. No way. I do want to say that if any of you guys that are listening to this and you support him and you have access to him, help him. Help him. I think he's alone. I think he needs guidance. I think he has the ability to do a lot better in his life. He already did that crime. He already did that time. Now, and I say this very gingerly because I'm so disturbed by it all, but I also want to look at humanity and the soul coach in me and say, when a horse is injured, a race horse is injured, do you shoot it and kill it, or do you allow it to rehabilitate? and get back in the race. And I go for, hey, rehabilitate. Always rehabilitate. Let the person get back in the race. Yes, this person did something. That much is clear. And this person tried it here, but we don't know. We just know that we were getting these rumors, not the rumors of the charges, brand new rumors that happened. And right here, close to Los Charamicos. Okay. And then, boom, he dashed because he knew what was going on. People started to speak negatively. People started to show their disgust. People started to go on his channel and say things like, stop doing this in Sosua. A lot of the old school cats, a lot of the OGs that come here, coming here since like 18 years, 15 years, and they made their plan to one day retire here, and they finally did it. They're not pedals. They're not pedals at all. They're hardworking men that raise their families. And once their families and their sons and their daughters are now off to college and they're doing their thing, they're coming here to live on the beach and chill out and wake up healthy. Eat a mango. Most of them don't even drink alcohol, the ones I know. And the ones that do drink alcohol, they like to have a nice cigar, and they just like to sit around and laugh and talk and play music. I don't know any pedals here, and then you got people arguing like this on the internet with the name of Sosua on their tongue only because of one person that doesn't even represent Sosua, doesn't even own a condo here, doesn't even own land here. And if he does, then oh my gosh, that's new, but been here from time. Nothing, nothing. I absolutely, like, well, I don't want to say nothing because there are a couple of kind things that the person did, but still, absolutely nothing to be able to go and represent a whole entire Sosua, a whole entire municipal. So I welcome you guys around the world to come here that heard this situation. I welcome all you guys that already bought stuff here, and you guys are worried now because you're seeing these vlogger wars going on. And it's nothing to do. It only has to do with one person that was drunk one night and deleted his video the other day because he was threatening a guy in America. He was threatening ease the crave. Sorry, Saya. And so he was threatening him. Right? Threatening him, big time threatening him from here, from Sosua. And this guy lives in America. And he's like, oh, I got boys them that can go to your house and do stuff to your family. What is all that? He even woke up probably thinking, shoot. And then even as he was watching the video yesterday, they were pulling up his videos and they were digging deep on him, doing the deep dive on him. And then all of a sudden there's one video that was unlisted, right? Because he said that the video got deleted from the internet because YouTube deleted it. But these guys pulled the video up and said, oh, no, it was deleted by user. The user deleted it. And then they went on to another video that was unlisted, and he deleted it immediately. He was watching the air. He was watching the feed, and he deleted it right there because it said unlisted. They were about to click on it, and then it said it's not available. So maybe he did it earlier that day or whatever, but he did it that day. And so this is what I'm saying. These are little boy games. This is boy stuff. This is not Sosua. This is not people who are saving their money to retire here. These are not people who can't get here right now. And so they need to go on YouTube and look at videos and get the inspiration to be able to come here. You guys watch us vloggers here in Sosua because you want information on cost of living. You want information on apartments. You guys want information everywhere. Like just now when I was asked the question, $40,000 in Los Charamicos. It is possible, but you're not going to get a big chunk of land because something that I'm in right now, my apartment building, 5 apartments, it's just 3 years old, beautiful, air conditioner in my bedroom, air conditioner in my spare room. It's, overlooking the water and very modern. I have a flat screen TV, internet, and also I have cable included. And for, the electricity is only 20 bucks a month, so it's like pretty amazing. But this building will go for about a million point five, maybe 2.5 million American. So even though it is the barrio, so to speak, like the hood, it's not really the hood. And that's why when Miko used to go through here and say, it's the most dangerous place in Sosua, it's not true. There, it's not even true. It's just a lie. How dare him? These are my stomping grounds. How dare him take business away from a total innocent local place? You know how many people contact me for apartments and say to me, oh, I don't want to stay in Los Charamicos though. And I'm like, why don't you want to stay in Los Charamicos? I've been living here from time. And they're like, oh, because I heard it's a bad place. No, you don't know. Come get an apartment here. You'll be fine. And they come and they never leave. Okay, so of course, sometimes they choose not to and they want to go pay $1,000 outside, or $2,000 just because they're afraid. Then once they're here for about a month, they're like, oh my gosh, they're calling me up. Cerise, do you have that $500 apartment? You know, um, like a month, in the Dominican area, just right here across the water, and safe. Remember, a lot of people live here that work in the tourist industry, and a lot of them speak English, and it's a great place to come and be and live and just unwind. And so, $40,000, you could probably get an apartment, just a little apartment somewhere. But you can fix that up, put that on Airbnb, and oh my gosh, you make your money as long as you got the paperwork from them. You're the factura saying that you bought it and everything of that nature. So buying something for 40,000 is definitely possibility. With the world changing like how it has, what you would get for 40,000 3 years ago is not what you would get for 40,000 these days. Something that you would get for 40,000 would be like, something in a really nice apartment building, or like a condo complex, and a private pool for the complex, and maybe a restaurant downstairs, and maybe even concierge at the front, or a guard, 24-hour guard, 24-hour electricity, 24-hour hot water, whatever you want and everything. And you could get that for about a good 40,000 before the world changed. Now, 40,000 is not going to get you all that, but you can still get an apartment somewhere, and you may not have a guard out front or a pool on the premises, but you definitely will have something that is right here in Sosua, the number one destination in the Caribbean. Okay, because the Dominican Republic is the number one destination in the Caribbean. And if that is the number one destination in Caribbean and everyone's coming here to Sosua, then this is the number one destination. And that's why so many people are going to be finding your videos, Ease the Crave, and they're going to be looking it up, and they're going to be like, oh, this is interesting. And you're going to get a lot more followers, and you're also going to get a lot of people who don't like that character and does not like that other person, and they will definitely appreciate you, respect you, and be on board with you. But where is that all going to get you? If you're on a train track that just is a train crash, like, where's that all going to get you? Right? So once you get on top like that, once you get that many more subscribers and that much more fire, you have to do two things with it. One, start planning a trip here, because it is amazing and you could just change your whole entire life. And two, it means that you have to do other videos that are going to get a high reaction like that as well. Right now, you're going to get a lot of subscribers that are older men, American men. A lot of them came here to the Dominican Republic. They still live here in the Dominican Republic. Not all of them are going to agree with you, but some of them will really respect you because they can see that you are spitting something that sounds good. And a lot of the guys here, they love to watch YouTube videos on what's going around the island, because they too want to know what restaurant's good and, what spot just opened up. And they get all that information from us expats as we speak on our vlogs, right? So you're going to gain a lot of those viewers, even if they are already living here and already made the move. They want to hear what you're saying and what you've been told. It's controversy. It's a little negative. And it's actually not all true, right? But the way that you're playing it and the way you're putting it out there is obviously the way that you're hearing it. So with that being said, if that's how you're hearing it, then you're speaking to a few people that either they don't come here for that type of living. Sorry, guys, you're going to hear a little girl screaming. That's my next door neighbor. You are going to meet up with these guys, and maybe they don't like the girls and all of that. Maybe they're not coming for that. So, and then maybe other ones had a really bad experience here because a girl took advantage of them, like a chappie. Or maybe they just are not into the Dominican Republic because they like Colombia. You're going to get a whole entire new set of followers, and it's going to slowly, slowly trickle in. So that means, again, two things. Come here to the Dominican Republic and make a video and pay homage to the Dominican Republic so you can also see Sosua. And also, again, start reaction videos, brah. Stop arguing with people that are not going to get you any further. Like, it's not going to. Reaction videos. Okay, guys, I am so tired. I don't want to talk about this topic again. I hope that a lot of you guys got some information that was valuable. I hope a lot of you guys are not going to be turned off from coming here. Let me see. Oh, wait. Joelle says, I'm late. What's going on? One down there. Hold up, you talk about Miko. Yep. Sean says that same building that's $1 million in Sosua is $15 million in New York. You got it. Charamicos is by the beach side and is very safe, I feel. Yeah, it is. Charamicos is right by the beach, and we actually have our own private beach as well, and it's where a lot of fishes come in every day, and we go down there and we have a beer. We order some fried fish that just came in from the ocean. So it's pretty awesome. And Miko was saying that it's the baddest place in Sosua. Like, if it is, how come please, I come from Toronto, the hood, and this place is all family. This place is amazing. By the way, you guys must be wondering what's in my canister. Presidente, when you guys do come here and you do start to know the island a little bit more, buy yourself a Presidente. Hold on. Whoa. Okay. We'll be okay. So, I do want to encourage you guys to watch End of Sentence, his video that he put out, and then also just watch it. You guys will just see that it explains a lot about the whole Miko situation. Everything. End of Sentence. Just go to his channel. I think he has it, like, it's called Miko something dark side or whatever, and he reads everything, and it will bring light to everything. It has nothing to do with the Dominican Republic. Any negative that you guys are looking at about the Dominican and Republic, and it comes to that, it has to do with one restaurant owner here and one vlogger in America. And excuse me, the only reason why I'm even calling out the vlogger in America is because I believe in you. I believe in you, Ease the Crave. I like your channel. I like your style. I like the way that you have everything lined up. You seem like a very top-notch type of person that could represent. You're young, you're 41, and you could make millions within the next few years just by pulling up your pant legs, your bootstraps, and just by harnessing your gift and your talent, and boom. Don't get caught up in arguments with foolish people. That's the only reason why I'm saying your name. The other two characters here that you were talking about and referring to on your channel yesterday, I didn't even say either one of their names at all. I see them in the street. One of them I say hello to, the other one I just can't be bothered any longer. And that's that. And I'm still not saying their names because I don't want one of their restaurants to be affected, because he does have a partner and people do like his restaurant. They do. They like his wings and stuff of that nature. The other guy, it's just, I don't even want to say his name at all. So, you know, it just is what it is. And you guys come here to the Dominican Republic. It's a beautiful family friendly place. You can hear my neighbor's daughter next door singing and laughing and, you know, asking questions. Excuse me. In Jamaica, they say a true word when somebody sneezes. And it is a true word. You guys can come here to the Dominican Republic, raise your children, teach them different languages, different culture. There are Canadians here, Americans here, Italians, Germans, Haitians, and oh my gosh, like just, did I say Americans? All right, there's just everyone from all around the world that come here. Even Jamaica comes here, and everyone just wants to have a good time. They just really want to have a good time. So let's not start calling down Sosua just because of one character that can't even represent himself, let alone represent Sosua, is saying out there. And also, this person also has children. So that's another reason why I don't want to say the restaurant name either, because he has children that he needs to feed here as well. But when I got that call from my client and he's like, Cerise, I need you to do damage control, please, right now. My mom saw that restaurant owner's video and she saw it as he was doing it. And the next day, like, she contacted her son and she's like, oh my gosh, you know that restaurant owner? I think he's a gangster. Oh, and then I'm not saying because it was I don't see where she's coming from. I do see where she's coming from. They've just bought a brand new gated community private pool villa, with their family, their savings, and they just happen to want to get out of America, and here they are, and they are watching this on YouTube, this war on YouTube, this keyboard warrior stuff on YouTube. And it scared her. And she said to her son, she's like, oh my gosh, what did we do? We should have bought in Costa Rica, blah, 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 blah. Or, and that's when he said to me, because he loves the place, like he loves it. And he wanted his mom and his grandmother to come here so he doesn't have to travel back and forth for them any longer. So he said to me, Cerise, you got to do some damage control here, please. Speak to my mom, get her head back down to level again. And I did. It took me about a half an hour. And I had to say to her, listen, I'm sorry that you watched that. And she's like, it's deleted now anyway. I tried to click on it to send it to my son, but it's deleted. So maybe he really didn't mean those things that he said. And I was like, listen, I don't even think he's going to remember the things that he said, because sometimes we just, men will be men, boys will be boys, and they'll just start talking off the hop about things that they shouldn't even be talking about, right? And she was like, okay, all right, but I'm a little scared, do you think when I go to his restaurant, some of those guys will be there? And I'm like, what guys? And she's like, I said, the guys he's fighting with on the internet? And she's like, no, some of the gangster friends that he has. And I'm like, no, weren't you already down by that area before? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, those are the same people that go to his place and the same people that go around. There's nobody coming here to do gangster stuff. And anybody that's robbing and stealing in the capital and everything, all the bad real rumors in the capital, not here in Sosua or Los Charamicos, but in the capital 3 hours away, the police are on top of that. And that usually happens, because someone wants something. They want to sell. They want to get something to pay their rent, or maybe they want clothing, or maybe they need to get food. They are stealing for a reason, not just to be gangster, not just to say, oh, I'm going to get a notch in my belt. They're not Crips and stuff like that. It's not like that. Okay. They are trying to get things so they can sell it and get money. They want money. That's right. That's what it is. But here, when you have people contacting each other on a keyboard and stuff, that's what I said to her. I'm like, this is all about two people argue. Well, this was even before I saw the video, right? So, oh my gosh. So put it this way. She started to tell me about this video and I was just like, well, I don't know. I didn't see it. Right. And then she's like, that's why I was so confused when she was saying to me, do you think those gangsters will be there? And I'm like, what gangsters are you talking about? And she's like, and I'm like, no. And then obviously I saw the other video, the rebuttal video that was put up by Ease the Crave. And I watched that. And then it resonated with what the woman was saying. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. This is horrible. That this could even happen, that someone could even say these things to another person that doesn't even live here, all the way over in America, just living their life, doing whatever they want to do. And then all of a sudden they have to wake up and do a reaction video to something that is just so freaky to them. And I'm like, this does not represent Sosua at all. This is the last thing we need right here in Sosua, is this kind of game behavior, and stuff of that nature. This is the last thing we need. And if you are coming to open up a business and you're coming to invest, don't be worried. That doesn't go on here in Sosua. The president is coming here to invest. The president is investing hundreds, like millions of pesos here into the beach, also around Sosua itself, around Bate. It's going to be beautiful. And we have 3 levels of police here. People don't come here to be gang members at all. Most of the people that come here, expats that come here, are retired. So you guys, please don't, whatever you're seeing, whatever you're latching on to, just leave it alone. It's a dead argument. And it's just a little vlogger war. It'll end soon. As long as everyone agrees that the truth has already come out on End of Sentences channel, and there's people out there who are not vibing with it, like China Mac, and then there's people out there that are like, well, wait, let's give this guy a chance to clean his name. And that can only be done if he cleans his name on his own, all on his own, or he just leaves it alone and takes a rest, and then just says that's it. Like he's just going to live his life. He's young and he needs help. He needs assistance. He needs support. He needs somebody to be able to show him the way, show him guidance, and let him know that everything's going to be all right, and that he needs to smarten himself up, and he can actually make it in life. And of course, with that charge on him, it's horrible. But again, where there's smoke, there's fire. Those charges don't just exist out of nothing. Nothing comes out of nothing. So there's something there. And we shouldn't victim blame and say that victims, just because the victim is doing any type of pills or whatever, substances, or just because the victim's character with the police was questionable. That has nothing to do with the act that this person, Miko, is accused of. The victims, we should never look at and be like, oh, well, their life, this is what they're doing. Forget all that. A dude like that's not going to say what he said unless there's something to be said. And maybe his story did change. Maybe it did change, but the root of the whole entire thing was what it was. And some charges were sticking, period. And so we just all have to assume that that's what it is, and we move on. It's an old story. We don't hold on to old news stories. And a lot of these guys that are really talking about this over and over in America, it just got to them. It's just getting to them. But it's old here. So now it's being dug up again, and it's just going to continue to perpetuate itself like that. And then it's becoming like an American problem that's dipping over here in the Dominican Republic. And the Dominican Republic needs help to build up, not to be torn down. Come on now. People coming here to live for the rest of their life, and they want to rent out their Airbnb that they put their life savings into. Doesn't want anyone to go on the internet and be like, oh, I don't want to go to the Dominican Republic. It doesn't make sense. This is a safe place, a family-friendly place, and there's a lot of culture and a lot of tradition and a lot of possibility and potential for people that just want to come here, start a business, or even just vlog. There's a lot going on here, and there's something for everyone. And I sound like I'm selling it, right? But I am, because it's true. There's something for everyone here, and don't get off on the bad foot here. You know, if you do have an Airbnb here and people are sending you videos like, two guys fighting and one of the restaurants being named all the time, and just ignore it. It's going to pass. It'll be 10-day chat. In Jamaica, they say it's 10-day chat. That's it, 9-day chat. And it just means someone's going to talk about it for about 9 or 10 days, and that's it. And then again, on this train wreck, Miko will go and get someone else involved. It's like he's addicted to drama, or he's addicted to making bad choices in life. And that's where we have to look at him, his age, his immaturity. These guys that are all messing with him are way in their 40s or their late 30s, at least 10 years older than him. So, like, why is anyone even partying with this kid, even allowing him on their set? Because of his views on YouTube? No, he needs to sit himself down, tranquilo, and just focus on healing. Focus on getting himself into a better place, not showing a tool as he's on a live to air that he deleted himself again. He's another one. When he was drunk one night, Miko did the same thing and gave someone a threat in New York with a GUN, held it right up in the air, a real one. All behind him was a whole bunch of rainbow streets, as China Mac pointed out. And I know those rainbow streets because downtown Toronto, I lived in the gay villa for a very long time. And this is nothing against gays, so don't think it is, guys. But here he is, and he's trying to get all these guys all up in the street. And he's like, the same thing happened. The 17-year-old that he's charged hurting is a man, So all this gay stuff is now coming out again. And it doesn't matter if he's gay. That's not what this is about. Obviously, he was going through church, and, obviously, some part in him may be embarrassed of being gay because of what the doctrine is in church. And he did go to church as a youth. So it could be that he's a little embarrassed of being gay, and so he doesn't want to bring all that out. There's just all these different speculations that we can make. But he definitely was in the gay district during that video when he was showing a GUN, because all the rainbows were behind him on the street. And on top of that, he was threatening someone. He was threatening someone in New York, saying, "You're not allowed to come to Atlanta." He deleted that video, just like the other guy here in Sosua deleted his video, because these guys are all getting caught up. They're drinking and they're talking too much. They're just talking too much. And they're talking about stuff that, of course, is making them heated. So I think at this moment, my advice that I gave here is just putting it out there. You know, we all need to relax. We all need to calm down. We all need to stop this bringing in countries and bringing in towns that are totally away from all that negativity. And anyone representing this town and, creating that negativity here in this town will also be extracted from this town eventually. Eventually, any negativity like that is just going to be taken out, pulled out like a bad tooth. Bam, just gone. So I am not worried about that. But I am worried about my clients that are contacting me, saying that they're seeing these videos and they're worried about any type of a turf war. Because these are some people white, some people are black. But they've seen some real things in America. These are Americans, right? Not Canadians. Like, Canadians are just like, oh, that's just a video. Because, it is what it is. But real Americans that have seen this stuff before, they're like, well, they're concerned about it. They're like, this, I don't know. Like, this doesn't feel right. It is what it is. My phone is about to disconnect. And I just want to say to you guys, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Cerise Fairfax. This is my channel. If you're looking to relocate, come here to the Dominican Republic and really have a good time, let me know, because I could definitely help you out. I would love to help you out. And then Joel says Miko is lame. Timothy says, hello, beautiful Canadian mango. Hello. Sean says, saludo. Aramo says, have a great, safe Sunday. Thank you very much. Joel says 1090 Jake. Is that 1090 Jake? Is that the guy from End the Sentence? Benjamin says, Sosua is small. If any foreigner has bad intentions and acts out of them, he will easily be caught unless he himself has high connections. People must remember they are still foreigners in another land. That's right, Benjamin. Benjamin also says he shouldn't be. If Miko were himself, he would probably thrive. Exactly. He has the personality, however, has to clean up. Exactly. Franklin says, enjoy the nature of the low prices, the women. And he says, thanks for the info. Yeah, if the thing is Miko is gay and that's just what he needs to come out of the closet and just say to everyone, look, I'm gay, this happened and I want to put it behind me. And, people are reading it on end of sentence, 1090 Jake, I think it is, people are reading it there and they can see for what it is. Okay, just come right out and just say, guys, I'm sorry, I messed up. I hope you can still love me. I hope you can still deal with me and help me along my process to healing. That's it. People love that stuff. They eat that up. And then even grandmothers will be like, oh, he admitted it. He admitted it. And then mothers will be like, well, I'm glad he admitted it. Fathers will be like, well, he's glad that he admitted it. Everyone cannot say anything afterwards because it is a situation that is scary for anybody to have gone through. Speaking of, sorry, my dog just walked in. Speaking of the innocent dude that was taken advantage of, but we really don't know what all the circumstances were. Read it, watch the video. Like I said, end of sentence. 1090 Jake, he did the research. Actually, I'm going to watch it again when I'm done my video here, and I encourage you guys to watch it. Get over this. It's a train wreck. Don't be a part of one of those cars that are going to hit the tracks. Just sit back and let this boy unravel his own dirt, his own stuff in life. That's it. We know something happened here in the Dominican Republic because we didn't know about the charges. And here something was going around about him and little boys. So no one really knew. Thanks again for the info, Sean. Hi, Noche. Hey, Sean. Yes, Noche is right here. So yeah, guys, I would say let's just get back to business. Let's get back to Sosua grind. Let's get back to building. Let's get back to mindfulness. Let's get back to content creating. Let's get back to building each of us up to a better place and also for a better time. I love you guys. Ooh, big message just came in there. Hold on one second. Jennifer, Cerise, I am consider relocating to DR soon, and I would like to know if you would be easy to find would it be easy to find employment teaching English or Spanish since I speak both? Absolutely, it will be, but you have to hustle. So you will have to advertise even before you come on all of the channels, like not all the channels, sorry, on all of the networks that are here. We have a lot of expats that are here. A lot of people are willing to learn English and Spanish. And it's not that you'll make a lot of money doing it, because just to give you an idea, there is a Spanish teacher here. He speaks English and he charges $100 a month to each person. And with that 100, they get 4 lessons a week at an hour each lesson. So that's like 16 hours. And then I know another girl that charges $70 American a month, and she teaches Tuesdays and Thursdays for an hour each day. So, and that's, even if people are in groups or anything of that nature. So you could get yourself into a position before you come here. I could do a consultation with you and we would talk about the different networks that I would connect you with, so you can start promoting yourself and even have some clients before you come here via WhatsApp. You can talk to your clients on video via WhatsApp. You can also talk to your clients via Skype, anything of that nature, and just build your clientele online before you even get here. And just really offer some type of a economical, like, competitive rate, where you are talking to people on the phone, and that means that you don't have to drive to them, you don't have to do much. These places that I will teach you to network to will be able to receive you well, because you'll just tell people that you're coming here and you're also looking for friends before you get here. And then eventually everyone just starts spreading your name for you, especially if you're a nice person, you're a kind person, and you're a people person, and people automatically get a feel for you. It's a small town, it's a municipal, but most of the expats, most of the tourists are right here in Bate, near the beach. And so it's like a congregation of people, and this is where you would spend most of your time teaching, or Cabarete, or Puerto Plata City. And you can easily get around when you do come here from place to place. A lot of the older men, they like to get out of the house, so if they know it's going to be at a local bar, and you go there, you can tell a local bar that they don't have to pay you, but you will promote their bar, and you will sit down there for an hour, and you just put out a whole bunch of promotion to these networks that I tell you about, and guide you on. And it's a way that you can start a business. Now, of course, if you wait until you get here, then it's going to be more of a hustle. And you may think to yourself, this is just not worth the hustle, and you may give up on certain things. But before you get here, you start promoting it nonstop, at least like twice a week on all of these networks. Let people know. Do little discounts, especially near Christmas. A lot of people come here near Christmas, and you put out little ads, for instance, saying, speak to your novio. Hables con tu novio, sorry, hables con tu novio, in Espanol, speak to your boyfriend in Spanish. And people just want to learn certain sentences. People just want to learn certain acronyms, certain, slang. They don't necessarily want to learn a whole entire language. So you want to break it up for them as well. You want to do beginners, you want to do intermediate, you want to do advanced. You don't want to be like, I'm going to teach you Spanish, because that is just way too open-ended. But if you're like, learn the most important phrases in Spanish, and it takes a moment, even 1 month, to teach people that, right? Because there's so many different things. It's like, yo necesito papel de baño, por favor. Dande tu vive. Like all these different phrases, that everyday phrases that we speak to people, and you're not going to get them all out in one lesson. It will take at least a month to get a lot of those phrases out. So then they're ready for the intermediate level. Sometimes people just take everyone from like the alphabet, and then to, he, she, they, them. That's the normal flow, I know. But sometimes guys don't want that. Some guys are coming here, girls too, from America. In America, they do already have a lot of Mexicans. They already have a lot of Puerto Ricans. They already have a lot of Dominicans living there. So they are used to certain Spanish words, and they grasp onto those. So they actually do have the ability to come here and bam, be able to say a phrase and understand it, comprehend it, without necessarily even knowing how to spell it, right? So I think that is more of an attraction for someone that wants to come here and teach, because when we have things like Duolingo, which is a free app, people learn how to do it from step A all the way up. And it's just like how it would be a teacher in school. But when you just come out the gate and you're like, I'm going to teach you the most 10 important phrases that you need before you go on a vacation to a Latino or to a Latin country, right? People will be like, oh, wow, okay, let me learn these 10 important phrases. They can learn those 10 important phrases without even learning the alphabet or anything of that nature, because it's memory. They'll get it in their head. So it's your job to be more creative with your advertising. It's your job to invest in your advertising, and like with time and everything, and then get someone, to promote you. I promote people on my YouTube channel. I promote people on Facebook. I promote people on Instagram, and I promote people also on my television show. And for just $200 a month, under $200 a month, you get a commercial on one of my videos on YouTube, like as a paid promotion. and I'll speak about your product. And then you also get a chance to come be a guest on my television show. When you are here, you come and you sit down with me and we do our interview. We talk about your business, what you offer, the price of it, where you offer it at. Do you go to people's homes, or do you just meet them at bars and restaurants and stuff of that nature? Do you do it on the phone, on WhatsApp? You just pretty much give them all of your teaching tools in that commercial, and then also during our interview. And then also, again, I advertise on Instagram and everything. So for that whole entire package. And then if you want to come and be a guest on my YouTube channel, and we sit down for like a half an hour and just talk, the two of us, it's an extra $50. So, and it's pretty good because it helps you to get your foot in the door. And then all of a sudden people are like, well, I like that person. I like them a lot. I get a good vibe from them. I like how they teach. I like their, their vibe, period. People go on vibes. So that's all the advice I can really give you there is really your marketing, marketing, marketing. And don't do it just when you get here. Start doing it before you get here. A lot of people don't know how to market before they get here. They're like, well, where do I do that marketing? And that's all involved in my consultations. When I sit down with you, it's $65 for a half an hour, $90 for an hour. We talk on WhatsApp, voice. You can kick your feet up and chill, or we can meet in person if you're here in the Dominican Republic. And we go through everything. I help you get a doctor, a banker, a lawyer, even if you're looking for a certain apartment or even something to buy. I help you to set up your information with your business and everything. So it's a pretty good deal. Now, that's a consultation. After that consultation, if it's business that you're interested in, then you can always advertise. But if it's not even business that you're interested in and you just want to come here because you do know that Sosua is your spot, or Puerto, Plata, or Cabarete, and you just want to come and be able to even just stay for 1 month and see what it's all about, during that consultation, we will talk about different areas. Like, what is your personality like? Do you like the beach? Do you want to be a walking distance to the beach? Or are you a person that just like the mountains because you like to be up where somewhere it's a little bit more, not cold, but just a little bit more different climate, where at nighttime you're not going to have to, feel like you're sweating. You actually have like a nice breeze going through your villa or your condo or your apartment. So there's a lot going on here in the Dominican Republic, and a lot of possibilities for you guys to come and recreate your whole entire life and just come here and love what's going on, because I think that is the key. Thank you, Sean. Great rates, Sean says. Jennifer says, I'm not interested in the income part. Laugh out loud. I just want to put my spiritual gift to work and help others. Perfect. Franklin, wow, you're a good Cerise. Thank you. Jennifer, great Spanish. Thank you. Franklin, you are an amazing storyteller, business consultant, relationships, etc. You should collaborate with worldwide vloggers. People will be fascinated. Oh, thank you so much, Franklin. And Jackie, hey girl, what's up, Canada and La Casa? How are you? I would love to collaborate with worldwide vloggers and stuff of that nature. And that's why even today, making this vlog, I was a little bit nervous because I'm saying people's names who like actually have a totally different platform than I do, and their views are amazing, and I respected all three platforms. One was on the side of Miko, the other one was not on the side of Miko, and the other one was just giving out the facts. And I was like, these are amazing people to come across just out of something negative, where they say where there's negative, there's also positive. Well, this is a whole negative situation that everyone just happens to be a part of, and we need to get away from. So where there is negative, there's positive. And I think this is the positive for me, to be able to see these other vloggers, these other men. And I've been watching them because I'm from the hood, and so their content interests me. We have Jennifer. I'm looking forward to working with you in the near future. Amorcita. Thank you. Love to you, Jennifer, too. And if it's something like a gift that you want to give to people, then definitely take some type of a contribution from people, a donation from people when you are teaching them, because you do want to get something for your time. You always want to be able to be benefited for putting energy out to the universe, not anything free. Even if they can bring in cans of food or even clothing that they're not using, or even pay it forward somehow where you can teach them Spanish and English but you pay it forward, because when you said Spanish and English, I wasn't thinking about locals. I was thinking about you teaching Spanish to foreigners, but also English to foreigners, because we have a lot of people that are like, for instance, English Canadian, let's say, English Canadian, French Canadian. Some French Canadians that come here don't even speak English. When they get here, they connect with a Dominican, let's say, or Haitians they usually go for, because both of them speak French, but not always. And let's say they end up with a Dominican. The Dominican can speak English, the Dominican can speak Spanish. A lot of the times, the French Canadian, they're like, well, I don't want to learn Spanish. The guy's like 60 years old and he doesn't want to learn a brand new different language. So he may say, okay, I want to learn English. Same thing with Germans, same thing with Italians. A lot of people will want to learn English before they learn another language, because they know that they'll be able to use the language of English a little bit more worldwide. Now, of course, a lot of French does sound like English too. Jennifer, yes, ma'am. Alrighty, guys. I just want to say to you, I love you. Thank you so much for joining. Get down here. China Mac, I think you're amazing for sticking up for something and standing up proud. You guys check his channel. And then also, Ease the Crave. I know I spoke a lot on you today, but nothing of it was anywhere from a bad spot at all. It was all from love. And I encourage you to come down here with your children. And I do agree that if you came down here years ago, if you knew this place, you would be running a whole corner somewhere with a lot of business sense. And when I say running a corner, I mean businesses. And then end of sentence. Thank you so much for being so detailed with all of the information, the papers and everything. None of us are guessing any longer. And anyone that does want to know the situation, go there. Don't get stuck in this train wreck. All right, guys, I love you. Mwah. Take care, everyone. Oh, wait, there's one more message there. Some of those Haitians speak English, French, Spanish, Creole. They do. A lot of the Haitians speak many languages. They speak Spanish, they speak English, they speak Creole, which is like a broken Spanish, and English, French, and they speak a lot of languages. You are 100% right. Hold on one second here. Jennifer, have an incredibly blessed remainder of the evening, Miss Cerise. Thank you so much. You guys as well. God bless you. Keep your heads up, shoulders out, and move on. Don't allow anyone in this world to ruffle your feathers, especially if there are people that can't say it to your face and they can only be a keyboard warrior. Remember that, okay? Let's not get stumbled in life over foolishness. Let's use logic and keep moving forward so we can all progress and help others get ahead as well. That's what this life is all about. A human experience. We're all spirits here, just enjoying the human life. Let's all use our creativity, our talent in order to be able to help the world and be humane. My last bit of message. Ease the crave. Remember, reaction videos. You got it in you. I believe that you can be a millionaire in the next couple of years. If you're not already, but you know what I mean. I mean, a wealthy man. All right, guys, take care. And love to everyone. Love.